Hello, everybody. Good morning, and welcome to the 2021 Junior Gold Championships live on Bowl TV. My name is Aaron Smith with USBC Communications, and we are so excited to be back here at Junior Gold. It's been a long time, 2019, the last opportunity to host this great event. But we are back. We are in the Indianapolis area, kicking things off with the 20 and under division in two centers here, Expo Bowl and Western. We have 4 channels available at each, available on bowltv.com. So pick up your subscription today. A lot of great opportunities to watch over the course of the next 2 weeks. We'll bring in the U12, U15, and U18 bowlers as well in the next couple of days. But folks, we are just about ready. The first qualifying block is just moments away from getting underway. A 4-game block today on the first oil pattern, first of 4 throughout the qualifying session for these competitors. So they will be getting prepared, getting ready to make their run on the road to gold. So throughout the course of the day, we will be going back and forth here on our main channel between Expo, where the girls in the U20 division are competing, and Western Bowl, where the boys in the U20 division are competing. And of course, with that, we also have a few different Bowl TV personalities joining us along the way. So let's head over to Western Bowl right now as we kick off competition in just a moment or two, and bring in Jason Thomas, JT from Western Bowl. JT, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. I'm happy to be called a personality. That's good considering how early in the morning it is. It's nice to be called a personality and to have a personality. But I'm looking forward to watching today. We're gonna get started with some really interesting stuff right out of the gate here at Western. We've got Cameron Crowe. He's crossing with a couple other lefties. We don't know the pattern. The players did get a chance to practice on it yesterday on all the patterns, but they aren't released until after the tournament. So judging by what I saw early this morning, looks like something a little bit more on the shorter side. But it'll be fun to watch this morning and all week and all next week as well.
All right, JT, thank you. And joining me here at Expo Bowl is going to be providing some sideline reports throughout the course of the week, kind of as competition gets underway. Let's bring in Mike Flanagan from Inside Bowling as well. And there he is, folks. Michael, good morning.
Hey, guys, got a copy? You can hear me okay? Everything's working?
Loud and clear.
Well, good. The big thing for me is, we're here till the 18th. I fly out on the 18th, so we got a lot of coverage coming up here over the course of the next couple of weeks. But, I think for me, it's just great to be back, right, guys? Isn't it great to have Junior Gold back? We had the year that we couldn't be here together and be able to do this, but you see all the athletes coming in early this morning. I mean, they beat some of us here, and we have to be here quite early. So I think it's just going to be an incredible couple of weeks here. We're going to crown some champions, and it all gets started today. So it's like opening day here. And we have announcements going at every bowling center right now.
We do. We just had a big round of applause. Everybody's excited. Parents are here. It's a very full atmosphere here. And the kids are really, really excited to get to bowl this tournament again. Here we go.
Let's give these athletes a big round of applause as they begin.
All right, we have some announcements going on right here. Mike getting the applause going on here. So we're going to head to the lanes first. We're going to head over to JT Center, check out Western Bowl for the U20. So we will head over there in just a quick moment, folks. Everybody hang tight as we do our thing here on Bowl TV.
And just I know Tennille, this is important. Tennille is the Tennille Milligan, the director of operations for the PWBA Tour. She's the center lead over here at Western, and I think just for the record, she did get the squad off slightly sooner than they did over at Expo. So I know that's important to her.
Yeah, and action's going to go pretty quick here today. Just 4 on a pair, and the skip procedure over here, I'm not sure if it's the same over there, JT. I would assume that it is. It's skip 3 pairs and then go to the 4th and moving to the right. All bowlers will stay together. Is it the same over there?
Yes, correct. And there are the difference on this in this building is there are actually 2 squads bowling at the same time of boys competitors. So they actually split the house into 2, 1 through 40, and then 41 through 80. And so what we're watching right now is a squad that's completely separate from the other channels that you're going to see.
And why the two squads, JT? What's the meaning behind that?
Yeah, it's just basically the size of the field. The two squads are bowling on different patterns. So there's a different pattern on lanes 1 through 40 as there is on 41 through 80. And just because of the size of the boys' fields, they break them up into two different squads. But they are all bowling at the same time. Nobody's sitting back at the hotel right now watching. This entire field will come back and they'll flip ends of the center later today and get the bowl on the opposite patterns. So that is how it's set up. And then as soon as we have our cut after today and tomorrow's action, 16 games, the boys will head over to Expo, as will we, and we will have that coverage all completely emanating from Expo Bowl.
Yeah, and speaking of coverage here on Bowl TV, we have 9 different channels for you. We have 4 channels here from the under 20 girls division here at Expo. We've also got your 4 channels over there as well at Western, JT, and then we have the channel that you're watching right now, which is our main channel where we pick and choose where we want to go, and we have commentary here. So 9 total channels. I don't think that's a record, but I think later in the week, as we move into the other 3 divisions next week, we're going to be setting a record here on Bowl TV for the amount of streams, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, we this event, the U20, we have 8 channels plus our main feed, so 9 total. And then next week, when we do the youth portion of the event, which is U12s through U18s, we will have 16 different channels, which is the most we've ever done for a single event. And then we've got one more with the main, so 17 channels total. The most we've ever done for an individual event is 9. So this is almost twice the largest number of channels we've ever had for an event. So basically have at any given moment 64 lanes of coverage, which is fantastic.
Well, yeah, we've come a long way. Just streaming over the course of the last couple of decades, actually, about 20 years of streaming bowling, it seems like. And just think we've got that many streams coming up for you this week. So it's really cool coverage. And we even had a chance to speak with some of the parents over on the other side. We've got some of our Bowl TV chat folks wearing their T-shirts that they made on their own here talking to us this morning. So a lot of Bowl TV support here over here at Expo for us.
Well, Mike, I'm not sure what you're seeing over there. Obviously, we're showing the boys on the main feed, but what are you seeing in terms of the girls and how they're playing them out of the gate over there?
Multiple styles. I'm seeing a lot of folks playing them differently, but the girls are going to play further to the right and kind of stay around the same area, lower rev rates. But it's a little too early to tell thus far. We didn't get a chance to watch too many balls go down the lane in practice as we were setting up, but as they get settled in, I'm sure we'll have a little clearer picture.
Yeah, there's certainly a lot of urethane going down the lane here on the boys' side. I think that's common no matter what the pattern is these days, and what side of the lane they're bowling on. Cameron here up on lane number 42, he's got open strike, and he's playing pretty far out with Purple Hammer, and that's a early double for him.
Yeah, over here on the girls' side, I'm seeing higher ball speeds is a good thing. And I'm seeing right around the second arrow right now for most of the players. Some just a little bit further out. They've got a little less rev rate. but thus far, not really having too much problems getting to the pocket. But these are the best of the best, right? So you wouldn't expect anything otherwise.
Yeah, and for me, it's interesting. I'm actually sitting right on the cusp of where the patterns are different. So that I'm on 39 and 40, and then 41 and 2. So we've got two different patterns they're bowling on. The kids that are bowling on 39 and 40. To me, it looks like that pattern might be a little shorter, just because there's some players that are trying to play a little bit further left and having a lot of trouble hitting the pattern. I also saw in practice a lot of shots missed wildly, away from the head pin. So, on the Brooklyn side, running away. So to me, that tells me the pattern's a little shorter, because when the pattern's longer, you usually don't see the misses that are that wild, because the pattern's long enough to hold the ball in place from breaking loose. So typically when you see shots that are that wild, it's because someone's in the wrong part of the lane and they miss a little bit the wrong way, and the ball just magnifies. But we'll have to wait and see at the end of the week what the exact patterns are. The patterns, as I mentioned, are released after the event is over. But it certainly looks like there are quite a few players that have it figured out. And I think Cameron Pro being one of them. Not surprising. He's arguably the top player here in the boys U20 division, member of Junior Team USA and also Adult Team USA, reigning national amateur champion, leaving a stone 8 there. And also had an outstanding performance in the ITC Nationals event that was aired on CBS Sports Network. But we've got 3 lefties on this pair. Alex Peglau is the only righty on the pair, and he'll be up on the right lane here on lane 42. But we've got Andrew Martin. He's up on lane 41. He's a lefty. And also Brandon Howard. Andrew, a little bit lower rev rate, attacking him with reactive, and carries the Brooklyn there.
Yeah, hey JT, as far as schedule is concerned here for the rest of the day and what we have going on, the next couple of days, what times can folks tune in and watch us here on Bowl TV?
Yeah, so I do have the schedule right here in front of me. We have another squad coming up at 11:30 a.m. It's the same group that we're watching here this morning. So the breaking up of the U20 division, from the younger folks that'll be here next week, it allows the whole squad, the whole field to bowl all at the same time. So we've got basically everybody bowling 8 games today, and then we'll have the same schedule tomorrow, 7 a.m. start and 11:30 a.m. second block, and they'll be done with their 16 games of qualifying at the end of the day on Wednesday. And then Thursday, we'll get started with the advancers round, and that actually will all take place over at Expo. That'll start at 7:30 a.m., so we get to sleep in that day, which is nice. And
There
then
you go.
the advancers round 2 will start at 1:30 p.m. on Thursday. And then our first round of match play gets underway at 7:30 p.m. on Thursday. And then there's one more round that night. And then Friday, we start again bright and early, 7:30 a.m. There are 4 rounds of 2-game matches. And that point will be in the bracket elimination. And then our stepladder finals for the U20 division will take place at 1 p.m. Eastern time. So you're going to want to set your calendar for that on Friday. That is the finals of the event we're watching right now. And then we'll have the trade show on Saturday. We'll do a couple of broadcasts from there, which will be a lot of fun. And then we'll get set up on Sunday for our part 2 of Junior Gold, which is the U12, U15, and U18 divisions. And those get underway on Monday. Once again, bright and early, 7 a.m. And those days, 4 days of qualifying. We've got 7 a.m., 11:30 a.m., 4 p.m., and 8:30 p.m. squads for 4 straight days. So a lot of action will happen, starting next week.
I was taking notes there. Now I know when I'm going to be able to be here on air. All right, I got it all figured out now. That rundown.
All right, let's get in place. You ran down the separate unit, the 15 and 18. 3,500 bowlers have qualified for the 2021 event. Taking place across 6 centers here in the Indianapolis area. And one of the cool things about this particular year is that the competitors in the U12, U15, U18, and U20 divisions are competing for part of the largest scholarship fund in tournament history, $500,000 being given out for this competition this week to go along with spots on Junior Team USA and Junior Team USA's developmental team. So a lot of excitement with the great bowling and the opportunity to win a youth title, but for these competitors, a lot of great opportunities to better their future with the scholarship money, and as they look ahead to their college bowling coming up. Of course, their academic studies, and of course, spots on Junior Team USA and the developmental team. I know that was part of the announcements that started the squad. The members of USA from the past couple of years who have been, for the junior team, they've been waiting for this opportunity for a couple of years now to kind of have that recognition. They've been part of the team, but obviously with things going on in the world, they've been able to go to camp, go to compete, and represent their country. So it was nice to see them get that type of recognition prior to the start of the squad for being part of a group representing the red, white, and blue on the league for the past couple of years. I want to give a big shout out to the Bowl TV community. Already a couple of folks in the chat, and of course, everybody watching on Facebook and YouTube. This is a sneak peek of game number 1 here into the U20 qualifying for round number 1. So after game number 1, we will send the feed directly to bowltv.com. So be sure to head on over, subscribe today, join the community. As we've posted throughout the course of the past couple of weeks leading into this event, a few different price points to come in at to get the ticket just for this week for Junior Gold to watch the live competition, including the stepladder finals at July 9th and then July 17th. $14.95 to watch Junior Gold specifically, which you can pick up a monthly recurring subscription for $9.95 or an annual recurring subscription for $79.95. Of course, those are great ways to not only support these great youth athletes, but a chance to support the PGA Tour as well, and all the USBC short duration events that are broadcast on Bowl TV. So $9.95 for the $79.95 for the annual recurring subscriptions. Transaction fees do apply for all three. And of course, and I know the folks at Bowl TV know what I'm going to say next. We do have giveaways throughout the course of the week as well. That are exclusively on bowltv.com. So make sure to be on the lookout for those when you're over watching throughout the course of the next few weeks. We've got some great prizes to give away to folks in the Bowl TV community. And, Mike mentioned a little bit earlier, we do have one of our community members, Michelle Kennedy, in attendance here watching her daughter compete. So Michelle usually in the TV chat, but it's really an awesome community to just sit back, enjoy bowling, talk bowling, wacky topics we tend to get on from time to time. But it's a great group, so we certainly hope you check it out throughout the course of the week. And of course, there's coming up to see the champions here, the 2021 Junior Gold Championships.
Yeah, we're gonna have 4 shows here on Bowl TV. As a matter of fact, it's gonna be 4 total shows. We're gonna have one coming up this weekend here, and then we're gonna have 3 of them next weekend as well. So definitely gonna make sure you want to be subscribed to be able to tune in and watch those shows.
Do you see some questions coming up in the chat on bowltv.com? Just those real quick for you, good folks. Stephanie, will the camera be moving around? It's actually going to be set behind these particular pairs throughout qualifying at least. But you do have the ability to check out the different channels. So right now, this is the main commentary channel. But you do have the ability to check out. We currently have 8 additional channels live. 4 from Expo Bowl for the U20 girls, and 4 from Western Bowl for the U20 women's. All available right now on bowltv.com. So if you're looking in the navigation, if you're watching on a desktop, you can find it below the video. So if you're in full screen, you might have to take it out for a second. Make sure you can find all the channels, Expo 3, Western 1, that good stuff. Or if you're on a mobile device, the top right-hand corner, you can find those as well. So you can check those out. In the 4-box window pane, that's or on a mobile device, you'll be able to select from the different channels to kind of go around, find your favorite bowlers throughout the course of the week. Good question from Gloria. Boys and girls make it to USA here, and in talking to Stephen, who is not only our director of coaching, but also works with Team USA, Junior Team USA. It sounds like it's going to be similar to past years for Junior Gold, where 6 spots will be up for grabs. So, we talked a little bit about the format earlier, but each division after 26 games, so the 4 qualifying rounds, 16 games right there, 2 advancers rounds, 5 games apiece, 26 games. The top 4 will earn automatic spots onto Junior Team USA. And then the top 2 players facing off in the stepladder finals will also get spots on Junior Team USA. That's going to be both the boys and the girls division. So 6 spots on the grabs. I know the question coming up next: what happens if someone, if you qualified second, then I make the stepladder finals or make the title match? How does that work? If you get a spot, then it will go back to the qualifying results. So it would go back to 5th place then. And if both players had already qualified, it would go back to 6th. So those are some things to look out for throughout the course of the week. We'll definitely be charting that information, keeping an eye out for it, looking to be joining in 2022. Shots left to go here in game number 1 from Western Bowl. So once again, as a reminder to the good folks watching on Facebook and YouTube, we will be shutting down the stream the social platforms and BowlTV.com. Once again, the place to be for all the great information you need to watch the action live across the 8 channels and a commentary channel. See a few folks chiming in on Facebook and YouTube. So good morning to Mike and Jeremy. We got Chris, Jesse, Adam Barda as well. So hello to our buddy Rep from BowlTV.com.
Yeah, coming up to the end of game 1, and Cameron Crowe in the 160s here in game number 1. A lot of low scores as I walked up and down the building, doing the check here for 300 games. There was one gentleman on the low end who had the front 7, so he's off to a quick start. But yeah, just a lot of low scores across the board. Brandon Howard is going to have a chance to shoot 2-0, which is a very, very solid start given what I'm seeing across the building. Nicholas Luther had 254. That's the biggest game I see in front of me, but I see an equal amount of 130s, 160s, 150s. So very demanding pattern here right out of the gate.
JT, one common trend with junior gold each and every year is sparing shooting and making sure that's on point. Because it's very interesting the pace of this event, and especially the U20 working this week at 2 rounds in one day. But it's important to be able to build those frames to avoid those rough games, those 140s, those 150s, those 160s, those 180s. It may not sound like a ton right now, but if you're averaging 180 to 185, you're in a position to potentially make a cutout here. It's tough and demanding as they usually are. So spare shooting very, very important. And we've got an update coming from Mike here from Expos.
Yeah, I had a chance to go over and check things out over on the other side of the building here. And the highest game that I saw was by Brenna Madison, bowled in the 220s. Didn't get a chance to see every single game score, of course, but as I walked across the bowling center, Brenna Madison was in the 220s. I had a chance to talk with Andy Dirks, who was in the concourse, and he mentioned that he believes that it's the shortest pattern that you're going to see throughout the entire competition of the U20 girls division. Very, very sparky. You miss left, you can give the head pin away, go into the left. Really difficult to throw it in the gutter over here. Although just as he had said that, I saw someone throw it in the gutter, trying to test the outside part of the lane. Higher ball speed, cleaner covers when it comes to bowling ball selection. and just trying to keep your angles pretty much right in front of yourself. And, kind of resembles what you may call an animal pattern, like a cheetah pattern. It's almost what it feels like over here. So low scores to start, but of course, there's a lot of nerves that first game. There's a lot of build up, a lot of anticipation, and I expect scores to go up to start the game. And as everyone gets comfortable with the pattern and just being at junior goal, especially with not being here last year. So that's my report after game number 1 here from the U20 girls division, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Mike.
Mabel Cummins is in the field. I did not see what she bowled that game, but we will be able to report on that. Which I got a question for you guys. Score updates. I don't know if you covered that or not when I was away, but how do folks see scores each and every day, and when will those be updated?
bowl.com/the main place to check out all the information. There's a 2021 results page available, but if you're already on bowltv.com, as we've done for PWBA events and other events in the past, a few different tabs to select. So that actually takes you to the main results page. As far as frequency, we will hopefully have them up. I'm not 100% sure how quickly we will, but we will do our best to find out. As scores begin to be sent in, they will certainly push them out as quickly as they can after verifying and making sure everything is correct. But right now we're kind of playing it by ear, but hopefully pretty quick on score updates throughout the course. It may not be every game; it may be every 2 games, but we'll wait and see. Quite a few competitors out on the lane, so scores kind of coming from different places, all funneling into one spot. So big shout out to the crew, though, who's some hours the next couple of days and weeks to make sure those scores are getting out to all the good folks watching at home, wanting to know where their favorite athletes are in the state.
Guys, I've run tournaments before and big events, couple hundred, multiple hundreds of entries. And I was even talking to Aaron Smith yesterday. The amount of work that goes in for an event like this, with so many moving parts, so many different divisions, so many bowling centers, so many people here helping make it happen. I couldn't have said it any better than you just did, Aaron. This is a big deal. And to those of you that have never been to a junior gold in the last 5 years, or to those of you that just see it online, seeing it here in person is unbelievable. The amount of work, effort. I mean, just the amount of shirts for staff that I saw yesterday piled up on tables. There's a lot of people here making this thing go. So you're absolutely right. We just get to tell the stories. We get to have the fun. We get to be the face of the event right here on Bowl TV. I also want to give a shout out to Margarita in the chat. She says it's great to have me back this couple of weeks. So I want to thank my one fan in the chat. I love you. Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
All right. I can make a great point. And for folks on Facebook, we are going to get ready to sign off here in just a second. But a lot of great volunteers as well who come out to work Junior Gold each and every year. So big thank you to them as well. But for right now, we're going to take a quick break before we get into game 2 here. Western Bowl in the U20 boys division of the 2021 Junior Gold Championships. Once again, head on over to bowltv.com, pick up a subscription to watch for the next 2 weeks. That's right. That's how much bowling we got, folks. 2 weeks of youth competitors, the best youth players in the nation, competing out on the lanes here in Indianapolis. So big thank you to everyone once again for joining us here on Facebook and YouTube, and on Bowl TV. We'll see you in just a moment. We'll be right back. You're at 2021 Junior Gold Championships.
That's not yours. What? Your name was? Not yours.